Hi there, I'm Rye, a technician at 4x4 AT here in Leeming Bar. So today I will show you how to fit the Predator Nighthawk grill on our Wildtrak 2023. Flick that, you can see we've just got a C shape here, very nice, but our Predator grill is going to have a light here and it's going to finish off that front end beautifully. This Nighthawk grill is going to accentuate and complement the accessories that are already on our Wildtrak 2023. As you can see, it already looks amazing, but we're about to make it a whole lot better. So the tools that we're going to need for this is a 10mm socket, an 8mm ratchet spanner, a knife, some wire cutters, solder, and a solder gun, electrical tape, some cable ties. I'm going to use a tie wrap gun. You could use some flush cuts, 3/8 extension, flat blade screwdriver and a trim tool. So upon receiving your Nighthawk grill in this Predator box, we need to check the box is not damaged, and if it is, we need to notify the courier that there is any damage done to it, but as you can see, ours is in perfect condition. So we'll unbox our Nighthawk grill now. So this is our Nighthawk grill. It'll come in this package. In here there is going to be a wiring loom and a new badge surround. So if we look at, we'll just go over to our vehicle here. If we look at our standard one, we have this grey surround here. We have painted our badge black because it's going to look better. But yeah, you're going to get a new black surround anyway, which is in the kit, and plus the loom for the grill. So this is what you're going to receive in your box. We're going to have 2 looms, a badge surround and our Nighthawk grill. Now these are sweeping DRLs which are going to light up and then come round here, and same on this one, whereas the factory one is just Wildtrak grey and is a solid piece of plastic. So this is going to finish off our vehicle amazingly. So we have our loom spread out here. The loom is going to come with a fuse holder on. We're not going to use this, so we're just going to cut that off, and the ring terminal on the earth as well, we're going to cut that off. We're not needing that, so we can get rid of them. So to remove our factory grill, we first need to take off this trim panel on the front to expose our 8mm bolts. So you may have Phillips, but some of them have these lift up tabs. And the only ones that you don't need to take out is these Phillips heads. There's one here and there's one on the opposite side. You can leave them on. Okay, so we have removed all our trim clips. So you're just going to lift this up and slide it, or pull it towards you, sorry. Like so, we can leave that up there. So that will expose our 2 8mm bolts that we need to remove, which is there's one here and there's one here. So we use our 8mm ratchet spanner. So we've removed our 2 8s. So if we pull the grill forward, it does need a little bit of a tug, because we're going to unclip the grill from the actual light itself. Same on this side, pull it forward. So once we have it forward, there's some tabs down the bottom that run along here, and we need to lift those up. So I'm going to use my finger and then I'm going to lift them up and then just move along. So I'll start on one side and just keep moving along. You'll see that the grill is coming out. Like so. So we have our standard grill on the table here, and what we're going to do to remove the badge is we need to lift some tabs up. Now my trick for this is to use an extension, and all I'm going to do is put that extension on the actual back of the badge housing, and then use this part on my palm and hold this. and then when I clip these tabs, I'm pushing not a lot of pressure, but just enough to start putting some tension on the badge, and then it will go forward. And then from there we can just remove our standard badge. So our standard badge with its standard surround, on the back of it there is 3 10mm nuts. I'm going to remove them. I'm going to reuse these on the same badge. Pop that forward. So our new surround does come with a pre-cut out for cars that have a camera. So if you don't have a camera, don't worry about it because you're not going to see this, but this is to cover more variety of the models of the Wildtrak. So all we're going to do is pop our badge on. It only fits on in one particular way. We'll pop that over. Put our trim bits back on. They just want to be nipped, not absolutely tight, but nipped. And then that will be our new surround to go onto our grill. So I have our Nighthawk grill. I'm just going to lay that flat. On the back of this we have these tabs which are going to lock into here. Just when you put it on, it only goes on one way. Obviously the camera bit is down the bottom. When you put it in, just make sure you listen for the clicks, like so. And we know that that is fully engaged. So we'll now move over to the car and start the wiring for the grill. So our wiring here, we're going to pick off the factory DRL. So the behind the light is the main black plug, and this is the loom we're going to wire into that. So if you look down here in this recess area, you'll see the plug for the headlight. This is a bonnet catch cable, just lift that up and out your way. And then on the plug there is a clip on the very top, this plug just here, and that is the tab on the top that we're going to push down and pull the connector backwards and then lift it up. So we have our plug here, and you can see it's got a cable surround around it. We need to cut that off because we're going to make our join further down, and then we're going to tap into the DRL. The DRL is the third wire along from the edge of the plug. So if you looked at the plug like this, like it was on the vehicle, if you count in 1, 2, 3, our positive needs to go to that third wire in there, which is a grey with a blue chase, and our earth is going to go to the bottom of the plug, which is black with a green chase. So we're just going to cut the surround that's around the wiring, the loom tape. So now we have our exposed wires. Again, we're going to put the red to the third wire in on the top of the plug. If you looked at the plug where it was connected into the light, count 1, 2, 3, which is the grey with a blue chase. So we're going to get the wire strippers. Now, because when we solder, we don't want to do it near the plug, we want to solder further back down the wire. So if we just hold that there, grab my wire strippers. Like that, and then the same with an earth. There is multiple earths on this. You can go to whichever black with green that you like. So you can see our 2 wires are now exposed for us to solder our new loom on. Grab that now. Now we're going to have to wire strip the ends of these. So our black is going to go to the black and green. Just pop that around there. So we're going to solder them now. I'm using a gas soldering iron here. If you use one of the same, just make sure your exhaust is not pointing towards any plastic or other wires that we don't want to get hot. So we're now going to cover these with electrical tape, make sure the two don't touch and are not taped together. We're going to put our cable tidy back on. So we're just going to plug that back in now. Our wiring is done. So we're connected down there. We're just going to feed our wire through the light and along here. Now this vehicle, being a bi-turbo, does not have the fins at the front, but the V6 model does. So when we feed this wire, you can't just go sticking it anywhere. Just follow the factory loom, and then we're going to come to this front bit here. So along here, and then to here, and then down. So, but before we do that, we're going to move over to the other light and do the other half of the loom over there. So it's the same, the plug on the back of the light is the same as the one on that side, located in the same place. Just a tab on the top that you need to push down, and then pull the plug backwards and up like so. So same as the other one, we have this cable tidy around it. We need to cut that off because we're going to put our join on there. This one has a different colour wire, but it is still the same. So if you look at the top of the plug, it's the third one in from the engine side. That one was the third one in from the wing. This one is the third one in from the engine. So 1, 2, 3 gives us that purple with a white chase. So purple with a white chase, and if we flip that over, earth, again there is multiple earths, there's 3 on the bottom. We just want one, so I'm going to pick one on the end, which is black with a green chase. So it's them 2 wires there we're going to use. So, but before that, we'll cut this surround. So we'll just cut that surround, so some tape on it, electrical tape. Pull that. Use our wire strippers. And then our earth, use this one on the end. Black with a green chase. And then the second loom in the kit. So red to our purple with white, and our black to our black with a green chase. So I'll grab the solder gun and we're ready to solder them. So we're soldered there, we're just going to electrical tape them. Make sure when we electrical tape them that they're not taped together and that they're not touching. So just put that cable tidy back over. So same again as the other side, pass it through this small gap. And again, we're just going to follow the factory loom. Now, ones that are fitted with a camera, they will have a water line down here for the spray of the camera. Just make sure when you tie wrap, you don't tie wrap to that. Just tie wrap to the factory loom there. So to gauge our length, we bring that to the middle, and then about 8 inches. And then from there, we'll put our tie wraps. Some going that way, the others going this way. So we're ready to fit our grill. So just when we clip these, make sure the right goes to the right side and the left goes to the left side. So clip them in. When we put this grill in, we need to watch the bottom edge down here. Line it up to the car, and then you're going to push from here and here. And you'll hear all those clips engaging, and then from the light there, and our two 8mm bolts can go back in at the top. So just before we put the top panel on, we're just going to check that everything is okay and the grille is in good working order. So I'm just going to press the unlock on the vehicle, and that will run its sequence. Now, how cool does that look? So now that we've checked it and we're all happy with everything's working, we're going to pop this top panel back on. It needs to slide underneath the airbox. Like so. Clips in at the front, and then we're just going to add our trim clips back in. So that completes the installation of our famous Nighthawk grille on the 2023 Wildtrak.